A gentle breeze stirred the white ribbons hanging from the arbor. Elena stood in the middle of the modest garden, her face glowing as if this were a royal wedding. The same hair that once fit under a steel helmet now flowed freely over her shoulders, and the eyes that had seen war now reflected only Michael, the young man she had just called husband. The laughter hadn't even faded when the ground began to tremble. A strange sound sliced through the sky. Guests looked up. Helicopters. Not just one, 3 of them. Before anyone could make sense of it, military trucks roared into the wedding grounds. Fully armed soldiers spread out like a tactical unit, their eyes locked on the bride. Then, from the dust and confusion, a general emerged, stepping forward with slow, deliberate strides. His face was carved in stone. Elena Carter, you're under immediate recall. You are in possession of an unexpired national security cipher. The wedding ring hadn't even warmed on her finger, and already the past she thought buried deep in classified files had clawed its way back. On the very day she tried to start over. And this time, there would be no saying no. Her name was Elena Carter, 37, a former lieutenant in the U.S. Cyber Command Special Operations Unit. Inside the military, they called her the Data Ghost, a woman who could trace a cyber attack back to its source with nothing but corrupted code and instinct. No one knew exactly what she did. They only knew one thing. If your name was in a server, she'd find you before you even realized you were being watched. 3 years ago, during a covert mission to dismantle a cyber terrorist ring tied to foreign intelligence, she uncovered something buried deep within a satellite communication system. The Phantom Protocol. Something that shouldn't exist. It wasn't just a line of code. It was a master key to America's highest-tier military infrastructure. She was supposed to report it, but her instinct told her not to. 2 days later, her entire team vanished. No briefing. No bodies. No goodbye. Just a single USB drive hidden behind an old photo of her mother, the only copy of the Phantom Protocol. Elena disappeared. Changed her name, moved to a quiet coastal town, taught self-defense to kids, fixed computers in the back of a hardware store. She locked her past away behind a gentle smile and eyes that had seen things no civilian ever should. When Michael came into her life, young, kind, wealthy, he brought light to places in her she thought were long gone. With him, she let herself dream of a future without firewalls, drones, or encrypted kill switches. A future she could touch. A future she could trust. But she forgot one thing. Secrets don't die. They wait, and they always come back. Elena had never believed in lasting happiness. To her, love was like a flawed melody. Sometimes sweet and clear, other times jarring and fading away. But Michael was a rare exception in her life. He arrived quietly, without rush or noise. Just a simple man who came to fix her old laptop, with warm eyes and a genuine smile that made her feel safe. Michael was nearly 15 years younger than her, the only son of a prestigious real estate family. But it wasn't wealth or status that made Elena fall. It was the patience and understanding in his smallest gestures. He quietly brought her morning coffee, cooked dinners with his own hands, and took her on afternoon walks along the shore, the place where Elena first allowed herself to breathe easy, free from hiding her past. Not once did Michael ask about the scar on her shoulder, nor demand she reveal the days filled with secrets and danger. He was simply there, a best friend, a steady anchor amid life's storms. Day by day, Elena felt trust blossoming inside her, a strange but sweet sensation. When Michael knelt under the fiery sunset at the lighthouse, his proposal echoed like a gentle song in her soul. Elena did not hesitate. She simply nodded, as if she had long awaited this moment to begin anew. The wedding took place in the small garden of the villa, where lavender bloomed and the soft sound of waves whispered nearby. Elena smiled brightly as she walked toward Michael, her heart no longer wounded but full of hope. But amid the smiles and sparkling lights, a shadow quietly slipped into the wedding, a man not there to celebrate, holding no flowers or greetings. He carried a military-grade encrypted tracking device, and the cold sharpness in his eyes signaled. The secret she carried could no longer be hidden. The target had been locked in. Just 30 minutes after what seemed like a peaceful celebration, the wedding atmosphere shattered like a nightmare erupting in the middle of joy. Laughter and congratulatory words hadn't even faded when a roar of engines thundered violently, tearing everything apart. The heavy iron gates of the mansion were flung open, and dozens of soldiers dressed in dark uniforms stormed in, their footsteps pounding like thunder on clear skies. Elena stood frozen, her pristine white dress suddenly feeling unbearably heavy on her shoulders, her eyes flashing with chaos and fear. Michael still hadn't grasped what was happening when a loudspeaker blared a stern command. "Everyone remain where you are. This is a military lockdown. Any resistance will be treated as a criminal act." A tall, imposing general appeared, standing rigid, his eyes like sharp blades sweeping across every face. He fixed his gaze on Elena and spoke coldly, his voice booming like thunder. "Ms. Elena, we are aware of the secret you're carrying. This concerns national security. We must conduct an immediate inspection." Guests murmured in confusion, their eyes filled with a mix of fear and uncertainty, but Elena no longer cared. Her heart pounded wildly, each beat squeezing her chest. Her past, the one she tried to bury, was crashing down with unstoppable force. Michael hurried forward, his hand trembling as he gripped Elena's. "Elena, what is this? What's going on?" he whispered, voice faltering as if afraid to lose her. Elena only met him with a gaze full of pain and exhaustion. "You wouldn't understand." Soldiers swiftly deployed military-grade encryption devices, sweeping every corner of the mansion. Blinding floodlights scanned the yard, creating a scene of chaos and overwhelming pressure. What had been a sweet wedding was now engulfed by shadows of suspicion and lockdown. Elena knew that from this moment on, her life would never be the same. The secret she held, a priceless treasure trove of military intelligence, had been exposed, and the storm ahead, with mysteries yet to unfold, was only just beginning. As soldiers searched every corner of the mansion, Elena stood silently beside Michael, her heart pounding but her face calm and composed. All eyes were fixed on her, waiting for an explanation, yet she knew some secrets were not meant to be easily shared, especially when they concerned national security. The general stepped forward, his voice steady but grave. "We have found a top-secret encryption device in your bedroom." What had once been a private sanctuary suddenly became the focal point of suspicion. Elena could feel the questioning gazes around her, but she maintained her composure, even as a storm of turmoil surged quietly within her. That device was no ordinary piece of technology. It held classified information capable of altering the entire nation's security landscape if it fell into the wrong hands. Elena had been entrusted to protect it with her life. And now, because of it, her joyful day had turned into a tense military lockdown. Michael looked at her with a mixture of confusion and sorrow. "Why did you keep this from me? Why didn't you tell me?" Elena replied softly, her voice trembling yet resolute. "This isn't something to be shared lightly, especially not now. Things are far more complicated than you realize." The secret was laid bare, a secret that threatened not only Elena's life, but unleashed consequences no one could predict. Their lives, their wedding day that once seemed so sweet, had only just opened the door to a journey filled with turmoil and trials. Elena's life has turned a new page, one filled with challenges, but also brimming with strength and hope. Through every storm, she discovered a hidden power within herself, a power of courage, perseverance, and the unbreakable spirit of a soldier. The secret she carried was not just a burden, but a testament to her unwavering responsibility and loyalty. Though the wedding day didn't go as planned, it was not an end but beginning of a new journey, where truth and love will be tested and forged. Michael and Elena are no longer just lovers. They are partners on the path ahead, facing every challenge together with trust and patience. Their story is a powerful reminder that no matter how many hardships life throws at us, as long as we hold on to faith and bravery, we will always find light at the end of the road. If this story inspired you, please subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you won't miss the upcoming meaningful and heartfelt videos. Thank you for joining us on this journey to explore stories that truly touch the heart. See you in the next videos.